your linebacker for your Seattle Seahawks, Tyrice Knight. How you doing, Tyrice?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Doing great, and I'm sure you're probably tired of describing your two forced fumbles on quarterbacks by now. But tell us about those two different plays. It looked to me like the first one you just kind of delayed a little bit. It looked like the timing by you was just perfect on that. And then the other one was a little bit different. But tell us about those two plays and how they developed for you.
Really, the first play was pretty much like a little read blitz for me. I just had to pretty much be inside the nickel. I knew he was going to fit outside the running back, so I just had to take a little delay after the snap. Pretty much I just timed it up right, and once Nick went outside the running back, I just knew that was my shot to take my chance. So that was just a great timing on that play. Then the second play, it was just a little pick on the O-lineman. It just timed up perfectly. I had those two reps throughout practice this week. I did those pretty well at practice, so it just made sense that it played out the same way in the game. So I said it's just up to my preparation to that point.
Did D-Law come up and thank you by any chance?
He said that way, but I knew he was saying thank you, though.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty amazing. I hadn't seen anything like that, but yeah, you guys really coming together. The same thing, your running mate there, Drake Thomas. He had a really good game, had a couple tackles for loss, and seemed like this defense starting to kind of make sense to everybody. Tyrice, we hear it's like really complicated, but seems like you guys are getting it down. Where are you with Mike's defense?
They're pretty much anything complicated if you don't put the right time and effort into learning it. But, once you just break down, like, simple into your eyes, it's pretty much just pretty easy defense once you really just take things to complex. Everybody probably pretty much doing the same thing, just a different way. So really just got to take into to that.
What's it like playing behind that defensive line, man? You got some monsters up there and some guys that with a lot of experience. A lot of guys with double-digit careers, and then Jay Reed, of course, was out this week. But just in general, playing behind that defensive line, they cause a lot of mayhem. So how do you have to play? Do you have to play differently, or tell us about that aspect of your game?
Well, with any good defense, it's everybody at every level, and especially for linebackers. When you see a good linebacker, that means the D-line just make your job easy. So no guys just taking up all the double teams, getting all the attention on them. That's just allowing you just to play freely and just flow how you go. So them guys been doing a good job all year. They just made the linebackers just have a splendid year just by them doing what they need to do every game.
Hey, Tyrice, for us, we're looking at, the difference between Jacoby Brissett. He's more of a pocket passer, and then you got Kyler Murray, who you always have to, know where he is. What was the preparation like? How different was it this week from the last time you guys played the Cardinals?
For sure, there was a completely different team from the two quarterbacks' perspective. We played Kyler Murray. We had to be aware of all the quarterback run game with Jacoby. It's a lot of drop back play action. So we still came the same way, but we just prepared a little differently. And we had a good game plan against him, and it just worked out perfectly how yesterday went.
Hey, tell us also about special teams, and I'm not sure which ones you are on, but it just seems like really innovative with Jay Harbaugh, and that part of your guys' game is, I think, better than other teams. You look around the league, and how much. I know linebackers are pretty involved in general on the special teams, but tell us how exciting it is to play. It's kind of a thing, right? I mean, I think Jay Harbaugh's made it like fun to be on special teams.
Yeah, special teams always start the game off for everybody. Special teams set the tone, whether it's kickoff or kickoff return. So pretty much emphasize, that's just another place, offensive defense. So a lot of guys, they really want to get on it and just try to make plays. Everybody's going to get congratulated on whether who make it or not. So guys just be racing to make the tackle and then just make the kickoff and punt game just easy because everybody just really a competition within ourselves. So really just everybody just take a tone, just doing what they need to do to help the team.
Tyrice, was your phone blowing up after the game? Did you get a lot of texts and calls from family and friends?
Yeah, too many. Pretty much really on my phone because of that. All that attention on be good. Got to get it on.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations to you, by the way. You had kind of a rough start, going health wise, and starting it just kind of set you back a little bit. But man, you come on strong. But just tell us, the challenges of kind of going through injuries and health things that kind of were holding you back a little bit.
You know, it took a little minute just me to recover, just get back to how I was before my knee injury. That happened like first week of training camp. Really I ain't really started feeling good from the injury to like after that Bucks game like last month. So, it was a tough injury, but I just stayed strong and just was consistent in my rehab and just everything just started playing out once like middle of the season got here. So, this pretty much was a rough beginning just because I couldn't be me while I was still recovering, but I feel way better now just on the field and off the field just because I'm healthy and just everything's just going how I need to go. I pretty much knew what I can do, and these last two games showed that what T-Knight looked like when he's healthy.
Well, you should look a lot better, man, and you're playing your tail off. Hey, one thing I want to ask, for me, I always had to I recorded the game so I could go watch it before I went into film. Are you that kind of guy, or do you go into film and you're fresh, you haven't seen the game before?
Yeah, the night before they were sending us out on hot photos and clips and stuff, just to be prepared for the next day. So a lot of guys already be ahead of what's to come the next day. So yeah, I think that's the type of steps I'll be taking as well.
Well, Tyrice Knight, a couple of forced fumbles that turned into touchdowns defensively. You had a great game, and we really appreciate you coming on with us.
Appreciate having me.